Welcome back to our Blue Z Water channel. We recently did an interview with George Wiseman, who is one of the leading experts in hydrogen therapy. And I just wanted to briefly go over his new model machine, the AquaCure AC50, and go to that segment of the interview where we talk about why this is an amazing machine. If you're doing your research, the one critical thing, number one, is safety. When you're breathing hydrogen, anything beyond 4.7% can cause an explosion of the hydrogen. So a bigger person breathes in more air, therefore they can take in more volume of the hydrogen, whereas a small person will breathe in less air, so the actual percentage of hydrogen needs to be less. George's machine is the only machine I know of on the market that where you can control the output of the hydrogen. It goes from 100% down to 1%. So if you're treating your whole family and you have a small person, let's say 100 pounds or 50 pounds, you need to dial back the output of the hydrogen on the machine. And if you're treating somebody 200 pounds, you can dial it up. But you can't go beyond absolutely the 4.7% threshold. And George calculates the safety at 4% just to leave a margin. So that is by far the number one most important thing to understand when using hydrogen therapy. You have to keep the volume of hydrogen safe. Now, if you're treating the body, the skin, you can crank it all the way up to 100%, and you want that. You want to have more high-level hydrogen going to a wound, for instance. So if you've done your research, you probably come across Dr. Circus, and he has a website. We're going to go through the review of these other devices and just play this segment of the interview. So this is referring to a page that Dr. Circus links when you watch one of his videos. He's one of the other experts on doctor who's done a lot of research on hydrogen, and there's also Tyler LeBaron. So hopefully this will help eliminate your confusion and help you focus on making a wise choice when choosing hydrogen therapy. So let me play this segment of the interview. We're looking for hydrogen therapy. I'm going to see Dr. Circus, and he's a real proponent of hydrogen therapy. If you notice on his videos, he says you need to breathe a combination of hydrogen and oxygen, and he has a link to this page which lists a lot of machines. I just want to make a few comments. Number one, not all these machines are a mixture of hydrogen and oxygen. So he's listing machines. He's recommending hydrogen, oxygen, or Brown's gas therapy, actually, but he's not excluding the machines that are not Brown's gas machines. Number two, the new machine that I got from George, number one, the affordability is incredible, has high output of Brown's gas, but it has that adjustability feature, the duty cycle, so that if you're dealing with a 10-year-old child, as one of my recent clients who bought this machine has an 11-year-old girl with asthma, you want to set the percentage of hydrogen way, way lower. And you can do this on the new AquaCure machine. So I think this launches that machine way above the competition and the safety features. It has incredible, George is a safety freak, I'll say that, and he's really being redundant, he's being careful. You do not want any accidents. And George is absolutely mindful. So the value, you're getting Brown's gas, number one. You're getting the combination of the hydrogen, the oxygen, and the water, the gaseous water. What do you call that again? What do you call the water?
Sorry, the electrically expanded water?
Electrically expanded, yes. The electrically expanded water. This is, clearly I think that's what you want. You do not want pure hydrogen. You want the balance. Number two, the price. This is $2,500, and you're getting the ability to get Brown's gas, great safety features, and now the adjustment of the percentage of hydrogen, which is critical because, again, if you have a child, you do not want to give them the same volume as a 150-pound adult or a 200-pound adult. So I really think that Dr. Circus needs to revisit this page a little bit because, and you need to understand these critical features. So contact us, or I can get you in touch with George if you want to really decipher these critical factors, because it's really important when you do your research to understand the key issues. Anything you want to fill in on that, George?
I think you've hit the highlights. First of all, like you say, if you eliminate the hydrogen-only machines, then there's only 3 machines on this page that do the Brown's gas, or HHO, or hydroxy, whatever you want to call it. And of the 3, only the AquaCure. Now, the AquaCure on the page doesn't do that. That's my earlier version. I call that the EA H160.
Right, that's the old model.
That's the older model. Yep. But it's our machine, the AquaCure machine now is the only machine in the world that varies the gas production. And also we threw in some additional features that made it more maintenance-free and user-friendly, and like the hour meter on the back and the tower on the top and things like that. So the whole machine became easier to use, less maintenance, and safer. So the AC50 is definitely a big upgrade from this particular AquaCure machine here. So, and of all the machines on there, none of them vary the actual gas production. So what ones like the Hydrogenie will do is they actually reduce the amount of gas output to be safe. Like Ed does a really good job of producing a machine that has about 20 liters per hour of gas production. So you can't make too much for an adult, but you still can't have a child safely breathe the gas from that machine. But most adults are what he's selling to, and so the most adults don't have a problem. The Hydrogen Technologies machine produces even more gas, so it produces a potentially combustible mixture even for adults. So this is a problem. The Hydrogen Technologies has an excellent quality machine. And marketing, I'm very impressed. I wish they were marketing my machines, but they are producing a machine that is inherently unsafe, in my opinion. And the AquaCure, like you say, I'm a safety freak. I don't want anyone to ever have a problem with this. I don't want a situation where, like the Challenger, when it blew up, then the space program was put back by decades, because I don't even really think the United States even really has a space program that's very much. They've been taking and putting their astronauts into space through Russia and places like that. So I don't want the hydrogen technology to be put back by somebody getting hurt.
Right, and this I just want to say, I don't want to go into all the details because it's too time's running out here, but there's a redundancy of safety features in this machine. And I just want to emphasize, I mean, if you want to cut out your children, fine. But even when I started at around 30% to break in with the therapy. Now I'm up to 40 now. My wife started, lower percentage. One way not to get severe detox reactions. Then you can up the, you can go less time, but you can also go lower percentage and play it safe and then up the percentage. But if you have a child that's 50 pounds, you're going to be going, I don't know, 15, 20%, wherever. I don't have the chart in front of me. That's extraordinary. Right then, if you want to take care of your family, you need to control the duty cycle or the percentage of hydrogen. Duty cycle just means percentage of hydrogen. And then if you have like he said, a melanoma on your brain, you want to crank it all the way up to 100% for anything other than breathing. So if please check out all this information, call me, and I'll help you decipher these critical factors. But this is the #1 piece, and this new model is amazing. I'm so glad I actually waited to get this model. Inadvertently, I wasn't trying to wait. I just happened. The universe had me wait. Okay, so we'll provide these links below. This is a link to the AquaCure overview page. And you can just browse through here. It lists all the features, the safety features. Once again, has the ability to dial the hydrogen from 100% down to 1%, so you can adjust it for the body size of a person, treat your whole family. It also has what's called a frequency right in here. There's the frequency on the control, and there's the duty cycle. See, it's at 40% there. Frequency goes from 1% to 100%. Actually dial in a healing frequency that'll be charging, overlaid onto the gas. 432 you read any Bruce Lipton's work, 4032 is a very healing frequency. 528 is considered DNA repair in the solfeggio. Google solfeggio frequencies and you can see the different frequencies and what they do. So you can add a frequency, and then there is what he mentioned, a meter in the back, so it will tell you when it's time to clean the machine. You can read all the features here. And then if you're kind of want an overview of all the different type of hydrogen therapies out there, go to this link, and it kind of is a review. What is the best way to get hydrogen into my body? Now, I used to own I still do own a hydrogen water bottle, and basically to get to a therapeutic level, I noticed I had to drink about 4 pints, and then I would notice an effect. But that's a lot of water to drink. So when I started to see the benefits of the anti-inflammatory benefits of drinking the hydrogen water, I realized that the amount of gas going to the body is extraordinary. And as George mentions in this interview, when he converted over from drinking the water to breathing, he noticed some profound shifts in his health. So as far as I'm concerned, this is the best way to go, but you can look at this review. Alrighty, so if you have any further questions, I will put links below to contact me, and do your research. And remember, you want to keep it safe, people. So in order to breathe hydrogen safely, you need to adjust the output of the machine. So appreciate it. Thank you. Take care.